a truth universally acknowledged that a single mistaken assumption must be in want of a glorious ass-kicking. What the hell am I talking about? Well, that being my ass-kicking, of course, and my epic, bitch, you crazy wrong initial assumptions about this book. To quote myself on Goodreads, almost 75 pages in and a distinctive lack of deep POV. This one might not be a gem. Yeah. Say, can we hop on the TARDIS real quick fast and go deliver a ginormous kick to the cranium to past Jacqueline? Before I delve into why I'm an idiot, what's this book about? Okay, quick rundown. Any Duchess Will Do by Tessa, a Regency set historical romance novel about Pauline Simms, an overworked struggling barmaid who dreams of opening a bookshop, and Griffin York, the Duke of Halford, a permanent bachelor trying to escape the Parsons knot. The two scheme to save one another via a fake engagement. And hilarious comedy and adorableness ensues. Remember how I said I was epic-ass wrong about my initial assumptions on this novel? Well, in the spirit of not hating my past self too much, I have to admit that past Jacqueline was wrong, but only up to a point. This novel does rock the stadium down to its rubble in a good way, but only after page 75. The first 4 chapters of this little story are kinda someone splintered my skull painful. If the massacre at Wounded Knee were led by Hitler and Jigsaw, even that level of ouch couldn't compare to this novel's bad opening. When the reader is first introduced to our two leads, everything is chaotic as hell. The introduction of their existence is chaotic. Hell, even the first exchanges between Griff and Pauline after their initial, hey, I'm a person with a name and face, are just, well, chaotic. Why? Because there is an ass ton amount of info dump at the beginning of this book. Most notably during our heroine's first on-page scene. The early part of this book's tone is White Rabbit rushed. Heroine's doing this while wanting to go do that, and oh look, there's this factoid about Pauline. All the while the hero's hurrying to enact his hero plot here, and then just, oh my god, so much crap. Honestly, so much was going on in the setup to get hero A and heroine B together that I didn't think these two were gonna be believable. And yet I worried for nothing. After an extremely spasmodic sequence of events that gave me epic brain pain, once the plot gets underway, the author thankfully does slow her roll. Pauline and Griff do develop a very emotionally keyed up dynamic, and it's awesomely rooted in point of view. These two people become very grounded the longer they're on scene, both as a couple and independently as characters. At the start of the story, our hero seems like a married fraidy cat, while our heroine seems like a servant in serious need of a bath. Thanks Spicy Tacos, these two explore deeper realities than their initial characterizations. They're beautiful people, damn it, and their romance is glorious and you just don't understand. Yes, admittedly within this book, tropes are all over the place, but to me that's a good thing, because I like a trope. Any Duchess Will Do is basically a Cinderella story. If Cinderella, the character, were not such a pushover, lackluster dweeb. Pauline is so much more of an interesting character than old Cindy. This is the fairy tale that we want to believe, that is believable because all the plot points, all the emotion, all the build-up, all the drama, culminate into a romance and HEA that is actually very real. Fictionally so. If the awesome feelings this book induced could be bottled, world peace would instantly be a thing. The construction of emotion, dialogue, interplay, and sexual tension? Oh sweet smexy goodness, the chemistry. They alone guarantee Pauline and Griff the gold for the most beautiful romance. There exists an open honesty between these two characters that is so refreshingly unique, it maxed out my fangirl levels. This couple's dynamic culminates into one effing hot, most sexy, most intense love confessions from the hero truly ever written. You'd believe I'd value a strand of jewels above your life? I know we've had our differences, Simms, but that's low. You truly think so little of me? Tomorrow I can buy my mother another necklace. A better one. A half a dozen of them if she likes. Jewels can be replaced. So can serving girls. Don't play that game. When I heard you cry out, it was like a saber to the gut. I wanted to die. I could have found you broken or bleeding or worse. Don't tell me I care about polished rocks on a chain. I want to believe you know me better than that. I do. And yet you believe that I would be so upset about a necklace that I would send you away. And that's just the beginning of that scene. This love confession goes into one seriously beautiful outpouring of manly feels, and it is a thing to be witnessed. Griff is such an amazing hero, so elegantly written that he will rip your heart out all over the place. When a man, fiction or otherwise, says the following, you love him, damn it, whether he exists or not, you're an intensely attractive woman. You do know that, don't you? You'd believe me if you could see yourself. I have seen myself. That's the snag, you see? No, not in a mirror. I know how mirrors work. They're all in league with the cosmetics trade. They tell a woman lies, drawing her gaze from one imagined flaw to another, until all she sees is a constellation of imperfections. If you could get outside yourself, borrow my eyes for just an instant, there's only beauty. Oh God, you just don't even know how much I love that scene. This book is entirely emotionally driven, and the few external moments of conflict are totally internally driven by the turmoil in our characters. The drama is believable, but more than that, the story is good. The social confines and boundaries that these two face are eventually believably overcome. The quiet, torturous pain that Griff deals with is credibly dealt with, and the happily ever after is plausible. This story reaches into your soul in a way that is shockingly intense. And despite a very rocky start to the book, at the end of the day, you believe it. Lock, stock, and barrel, you buy that HEA. The tropes are fun, yes, and the characters are wonderful, of course. But best of all, the book is strong, and the story is gorgeous. It's basically candy-coated crack, so please, read it. Please?